Well, I'm going to do my final presentation for speech online, and it's about the University of Chicago and why I would actually want to go there. So, the main reason I want to become part of the University of Chicago is that the University of Chicago is the real deal with real people who know what they're talking about and who have made significant progress in their respective fields. Chicago has undisputed success at modeling the best people in the nation, from leading economists to scientists, who change how the world functions. As a student and athlete, I want to do the best at most things I do. So naturally, this is why I'm choosing to come and apply to go to the University of Chicago. First of all, while sitting in a class at the University of Chicago on my swimming recruiting trip, I fell in love with the academic environment, with the high student-to-teacher ratio, the low student, well, the low amount of students in every single class, and how the teacher actually taught the class itself. He just arrived in class and started talking. No fuss, no messing around, just straight to business. No more of this sophomoric behavior that wastes times and ruins everyone's learning time and ability like that of in high school. But his passion and knowledge mesmerized me. He lectured the entire hour, going through numerous examples with students, interacting all the while with demonstrations and multiple question and answer sessions. After class, he would even have individualized tutorial times where the student, if they want to take advantage of those time slots, can actually interact with the teacher and help them solve their questions. So every teacher helps the student out in whatever they need. Which other universities I have visited or heard of never really did. So that's one of the upsides of the University of Chicago. And I really appreciate that manner of instructions, as it suits my learning style the best. Now onto the campus itself. The campus itself is really ideal for students with a bit of peace and quiet to focus on their studies. The dorms I stayed in were rather spacious and more comfortable compared to those of other universities I've visited, with convenient access to cafeterias and lunch halls right underneath the dorms, so I can eat whenever I want to, which is kind of a benefit for being an athlete. They even have a fourth meal where you can have a snack before you go to bed, like around 10, so it's really nice. In general, I found the campus, both its architecture and its facilities, really pleasant. A place that even the cold Chicago winters I would feel comfortable living in and learning in. The scenic buildings with ivy growing all over it and its Gothic architecture really is nice to see every day walking to class. Being a Texas boy, there are really no seasons down here. And up there, the ivy changes and the leaves change to beautiful colors of orange and red, making it really nice just to go out and study. Being only a few minutes away from downtown Chicago itself is a really big convenience, because you have access to all the best art museums, all the best shows, movies, comedy centers, or really just the city itself, unlike most universities who are just in a campus and not in an actual city. And it's a great way for students to unwind and have a great balance between their academic life and their social life. Another reason for my interest in the University of Chicago is that its history of embracing diversity on campus and in the classroom. As a dual citizen of the United States and France, and a person who had the opportunity to travel extensively, I value the many benefits offered by a diverse community, like the opportunity of staying in France, while also being in the University of Chicago, meaning they have um, a second school that you can join in France that would help me graduate at the same time, so I can have the benefit of living in France, where my parents came from, and studying at one of the best universities in the world. So that's pretty great. With the help of many friends, parents, and life experiences in general, I've learned that unlike the laws of physics, most of life is full of variables and increasingly subject to change and global influences, which I need to be able to adapt now and in the future. By embracing diversity in gender, culture, religion, politics, nationalities, and other various viewpoints, my views and personal life have changed regardless of whether I totally embrace the views of others or not. And being a part of the University of Chicago's human tapestry would benefit me, and hopefully my experiences, visions, and core beliefs will benefit others. But the best part of the University of Chicago is its amazing facilities and faculty. I really want to become a biomedical engineer and well, to work on organ reconstructions and to help war veterans regain their limbs or regain their organs or whatever they need to have redone, I guess. I want to be able to make that. And to have people like Robert Keenan and Jiaojin Jiang to study under or work for is extremely inspiring, as they are one of the best in their field, and they both are at the University of Chicago. Chicago's academic pedigree is amazing, and I want to be part of that talented environment, with so many successful stories and histories that came out of the University of Chicago, like the entire atomic bomb construction during World War II. One of the scientists there actually told the president and the commander-in-chief for the army, well, that's the president, but I mean the leading officer in the army, that the atomic bomb is actually possible, paving the way for the actual atomic bomb to be built. So without him, there would be no atomic bomb, and history would be the same. So, and I want to be part of the select few that have the same background as they did, and to have those backgrounds would be absolutely amazing, seeing that their success can only inspire and hopefully able me to become as successful as they were. If I go to the University of Chicago, the already stellar staff and the amazing people whom I've already mentioned will be the people I will be around, so in turn I'll have somewhat of the same success. Therefore, if I want to be the best, I have to be with the best. So that makes the University of Chicago the best place for me. Thanks for watching.